Hey family, Aaron here to tell you about our latest sponsor, Studio Sweden headphones. Do you like headphones that are comfortable, stylish, and Bluetooth? Well, Studio Sweden headphones are all three. Studio Sweden headphones has decided to sponsor the Black Astronauts podcast and is giving something to our listeners. If you type in BAPPOD at checkout, you will get 15% off and worldwide shipping. So go to studioswedenheadphones.com and use the code BAPPOD. Now on to the show.
Hey everybody, it is Ray and you are listening to Rune. Rune is the random untitled nerdy episode where we get some of the biggest nerds from the network to come and talk about all types of stuff. Today, we are going to be talking about E3 because, I mean, come on, why not? It was a bunch of different drops and all types of other good stuff that happened. So before we get started into the show, let me start off by introducing the nerds that we invited for today. First, in his triumphant return, we have
Big Blurman. Thank you, guys.
I hate you. Go ahead and finish now, nigga.
The funny thing is, no one listening was like, yeah, what happened to him? No one.
Go ahead and finish, Feek.
You have Feek Blurman, the creator of Black Astronauts podcast, according to Jezebel.com. I'm here chilling. My 2-year-old just ran in, and so as soon as I finish talking, I'm gonna go and make sure these kids stay in bed. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Sounds great. Where can they find you?
You can find me at Feek Bourbon, FIQ_BLERDMAN on Twitter, the website. You might have seen me tweet at Madden people today, just because, it's the only game I plan on playing out of all this shit that's listed. I just know I'm going to play that one. That's all I got.
All right. Sounds good. Could you please stop deep throating the microphone? Thank you. Next up, we have the actual person who had a triumphant return, Aaron.
Yay! Woo! So amazing!
I'm back. I'm not dead. Thank you. I'm back.
Got it.
Thank you.
How you been, Aaron?
I'm actually good. I'm happy to be back on this mic. I'm sneaking. I ain't told these niggas yet. I'm not supposed to be doing this today. Ha ha. Tricked y'all.
Oh, you're not supposed to be podcasting today? Like right now, against doctor's orders, after I distinctly told you that you're not supposed to be. I can't hang up on you because you're recording back up. You lucky nigga. So, outside of being sick.
We'll be back in. We'll be back in full effect within the next week or so. I'm just, like I said, I've been getting stir crazy over here. Doctor had me basically said sit my ass down somewhere. It was awkward. But yeah, man, it's been good. Thank y'all for all reaching out while I was sick. And if I didn't get a chance to hit y'all back, it's not my fault. It's the doctor's. So
it ain't your fault.
Where can they find you, Aaron?
Ashley3 Classy on Twitter or Black Astronaut 1 on Twitter as well.
All right. And last but not least, we have our semi-nerd, Rock.
Oh, for real. Just because y'all don't be digging into the nerd shit I'm into don't make me a semi-nerd. Do make me a semi-nerd. It's late. I've been working. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. Ease up, man. Ease up.
Okay. Well, where can they find you?
What's good? It's your boy Rock. And yeah, man. I just been chilling, working, which actually means I'm not chilling. Reading whenever I get a chance. Y'all been reading anything interesting?
Yeah, we'll get into that. And get into what we've been reading and everything. Because we got some things we want to shout out. Some of the listeners as well have been reading stuff we want to highlight. So
nigga, we ain't talking about reading yet.
Okay,
we talking about talking. So with on that,
wait,
yeah, man.
Did I miss that? My bad. Did I interrupt you for the wrong reason?
No, that's an invitation to you.
I'll just beat, man. I'm tired of fuck, but I'm gonna give y'all the best of me, man. I'm gonna squeeze this out. So we here.
We
hit
believe
this.
in you, Rock. We believe in you.
Yeah, so amazing.
Yeah, Feek
Y'all
believes
can
in you, Rock. Feek believes
I
in you.
know when it comes to the day that only Feek is the last one I got. Believe it in me. That's rough.
You know you're okay.
It's hard times.
Oh man. Oh man. Let me see.
Did you
Let
say
me
where
see.
they can find you?
Y'all can find me on Facebook at Ronald McNair. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. As for me, I've been busy. I've been trying to squeeze in a little bit of video gaming here and there, but it's been very unsuccessful because I'm at a really good place in State of Decay right now. So every time I turn it on, I end up turning it off because I'm like, you know
Hey,
what? No.
Yep. I do the same thing. I'm like, you know what? I got a generator. I won't really press it and try and get a steal. Let me just cut it off. Everybody happy right now.
I
Ain't got-
mean, because every time I get on them niggas, let me tell you something. They was depressed. I'm like, y'all got water. Y'all got fucking electricity. The stockpiles are on 10. What are y'all mad about? A couple infestations? The bitch, get out here. Start busting some heads. No, y'all want to lay around in the AC and complain. So you know what I did? I turned the fucking power off. Let them
Hey,
feel it.
I got this one character, Katrina, who likes to fight every fucking body.
You got to kick her
Like,
out, bro. You got to kick her
Yo,
out.
every time I leave the house for like 5 minutes, I get a thing. Katrina then started a fight with somebody again. Like, damn it.
You know what was sad? So when I
What
turned
game is this?
State of Decay, it's a like zombie survival game.
Oh yeah.
And so when I first turned on the game, like, and they give you the characters, the first characters that popped up was a black girl and a black boy, and the black girl's name was Raven.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Those are the two main default characters.
So
I know too.
naturally, I click on it because, come on, Raven got 8, and I had to go pick up my stuff off of my own dead body. And every time I turn on the game, there's a little tombstone for me because I died.
Hey, man, you can't be leaving those swords hanging around, man. That's valuable, man. What if it break? You might need it.
I mean, I just prefer to not have gotten eaten. I'll tell you what, those feral zombies, trouble. But anyway, if you want to look for me, you can find me all over the internet at this Zeta is a jerk. No, not is Zeta jerk. This Zeta's a jerk. So before we get into the show, we have a little bit of housekeeping to get out of the way. First of all, if you would like to get in contact with the show, you can tweet us at blackastronauts1 or email us at blackastroniautspodcast@gmail.com. I believe we have some feedback, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
We can get into that in just a moment. Give me 1 second. Sorry. I was trying to do this off of memory, but it's just not how that works. Also, if you would like to contribute to the show and become a patron, you can go to www.patreon.com/blackastronauts, and there you can become a patron and give at certain levels. And those levels will allow you to have certain content and access to certain other things, like our $75 Amazon gift card. And one of the perks is shout out. So now Feek is going to shout out our patrons.
Yes, I am. As soon as I click back on that, Patreon patrons for Black Astronaut Podcast help the podcast stay afloat. They help bring you all the shows that we have. That helps up the quality, get us new graphics and graphic design tees and all that good stuff. And because of y'all support, we like to try to give a shout out at the beginning of every show. So with that said, I want to give a shout out to the following people: 4 wash folks who take naps before the club and never show up. Shadrach C, Blackish Sean, Nutella is Life, Sadida H, Justin C from I Do It for Hip Hop podcast, Just DeAndre, Veggie Vixen, Ron B, V Williams, Feeks Beard, Peter H, Pasto Chene, The Legendary Shogun, Felt 5, Deloya, Shlonda W, Wanga, Cameron B, Mr. Brent, Simo, Ashley G, Cho Nilla, Knowledge, Dre, The Disrespectful One, MJ, Donald, Ophelia Ono, Teddy Funk, Charlie Snowflake, Angela D, My Fluffy Puffs, DJ Food and Drink, For Watch Folks, Ariana, Nikki M, Devo G, Tasha Salad, Shauna E, Jordan H, Scrum Master Flash, and a legendary 11 question mark.
So
With
yes.
that said, yes, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Is that it?
That's it. I was about to say let's start the show, but I don't actually know if that's what we're supposed to do right now.
Yeah, especially since you're not the host. Anyway,
This
if you
habit,
would
I'm
also
sorry.
like to support the show, you can rock some of our merch and go to tpublic.com/users/Black Astronauts Podcast 1. And there you can buy our awesome shirts and other merch with our cool new logo on it.
Hey, can I make a request too? If y'all get a shirt, take a picture and put it on social media, man. You know, y'all get something like a mug or something. I saw somebody got a laptop cover a couple weeks ago. Like, you know, put it on social media so we can see, man. Y'all rocking y'all stuff, man. That'd be dope.
And then also we implore you guys to use our voicemail, 502-498-8814. And also find us on Facebook. We appreciate it if you like the page, but if you really want that Black Astronauts goodness, you'll join the Facebook group. So go and check that out. And now with that said, let's start the show.
Our email.
I said that
All
already.
right.
Oh,
Oh,
shit. Yeah. Let's start the show with some feedback, an email from somebody who's reading it.
I'm reading that. Who's it from?
Oh, no shit. You read it.
it's Will, homie Will.
I didn't read that email. Shit, you was reading it.
The first line. It says, "What is up, fellas? This is your brown astronaut, Will. Man, it's so awesome listening to the original crew again. All I need is my polo, Clown and Feek, and Rock's book recommendations. See, he knows what kind of nerd I am. Anyway, and I'm back to episode 3 when I first started to listen to y'all. Yo, this episode was so fun, man. I needed that laugh. I will say that Gargoyles was my shit. I actually did like the reboot to Thundercats, but they definitely cut it short. Also like Saint Seiya? Help me out.
Saint Seiya, man?
It says, also like Saint Seiya, I don't like what they did with the English translation, but growing up, it was my shit. Yeah.
Something about the Power Rangers.
Yeah, basically Power
And
Rangers.
it's in the Saint Seiya, man.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Or Sentai, I don't know. It's that shit.
Yeah.
Sentai
Shut up.
type shit.
All right. So, hey, Feek. Oh, man. I don't want to say anything positive about you at this moment. All right. Hey, Feek. I know I've gone after you. All right, I'm okay with that part. Specifically about the Superman movie and some of your crazy rants. But you're my dude, man. Shonen is kind of trash.
Yep.
Don't care. Still good.
Right. Is it safe to call it the Nickelodeon of anime? I mean, after Hello Arnold.
Nickelodeon has better stories.
Nickelodeon has its place as well. Thank you very much. Continue.
After the Hello Arnold era, of course. Buffy. The Naruto story gets so good, bro.
Yeah.
I recommend doing what I did, and that is to find a website so you can read the manga. You do have to watch the anime for some of the battles. Sasuke and Itachi, Pan and Pervy Sage. That's funny. Pain and Naruto, Madara.
Madara. Yeah, Madara Uchiha.
Y'all
Yeah,
ain't
all
shit
right.
for doing this to him. You know that, right?
Hey, it's all good, man. I'm like, all right, whatever. Y'all the ones who got to suffer through it. Against the whole army. And that Kasuke, is that Kasuke? Yeah. Kakashi.
Oh,
versus
God.
his-
Yeah, Kakashi Sensei.
Yeah, Kakashi.
Let me turn to this letter so I can just jump in. Just
Just
tag
help
in.
me out. Yeah, just jump in. Shit. His boy is the best shit ever. But the story is dope as hell, man. All right.
Yep.
The next it says, speaking about reading, Aaron, right before Civil War II, you mentioned
Marvel.
fuck you.
He's
Who's a dick? You mentioned that Marvel is
hold on. I might not be able to make it. That was a good one.
That was rough. Marvel's doing this thing in the comic books and to support it. I did exactly that, and you're so right, my dude. I had to read so much Marvel last year, man. It was my new crack. Being the official brown astronaut, Miles Morales is my shit. I actually went full nerd with my brother. I told him that you actually saw Peter die. Once they fix the universe and bring everyone back, they can do what they did in Secret War and have Peter and Miles at the same time. I mean, just think about it. At some point, Sony's gonna want Peter back, specifically after this dope ass Venom movie comes out. I don't know about Venom. I hope it's great.
The movie does not look good, guys.
It doesn't. I don't think it looks good. Anyway, Miles exists in the MCU from the Homecoming movie. Sony can have the Amazing Spider-Man. Let me get that Ultimate Spider-Man. Anyway, guys, that's enough ranting on my end. You guys keep it moving. Peace. Thanks, Will.
Thanks, Will. Yeah, there's only one Will, actually, I might want to say. As far as the rights to Spider-Man, Sony still owns all rights to Spider-Man. And I'm pretty sure that includes Miles Morales.
Yep.
So
it's the Miles Morales movie that's coming out.
Exactly. So unless Marvel does what they planned on doing and just buying up everything, Disney bought up everything, I don't see that happening. Like within 5 or 6 years, first of all, Sony messed up by giving them Spider-Man in the first place. Like those are Marvel characters now.
Yeah.
They try and make a movie without having the Marvel tag on it as a Spider-Man movie now. It's gonna fucking flop.
Yeah, the Venom movie's probably gonna flop. The Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse joint looks pretty good.
It looks amazing. Oh my gosh.
And so I'm thinking that it might actually be the reason why Miles Morales makes it into the Marvel universe is because it's gonna be money for them because they're gonna need it.
Yeah. And, Black is in right now, so
isn't it? Anybody going to see Superfly this weekend?
No.
Ooh. My bad. Childish
Black
Gambino is in. My bad. Childish Gambino is in. So and his character is Miles's uncle. What's his name? I know y'all know his name.
The Prowler.
Yeah.
So if they play on that,
that's another reason why it's got to be. They wouldn't have planted that seed.
Right.
Yeah, Marvel doesn't do things for no reason.
Yeah.
We're getting off topic.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Will. Thank you for the email.
This is America.
Ray, so what's good, man? What we doing?
Y'all was going in. I was gonna let y'all go. Especially after that Marvel moment that we had, I was still laughing on mute. So do you guys want to start off with the books, or do you guys want to start off with E3?
Let's start off with the books because I feel like E3 is going to take a little longer.
Okay, well, Aaron, start talking about the books because I have no idea what that is.
So Rocket actually will be a little more suited leading this conversation.
Sounds great. Rock, tell them about the books.
All right. Y'all funny.
Because I missed that thread.
All right, so basically I threw out a post. Hopefully y'all on the website. We got a lot of feedback. It was good shit. Like people was just kind of just sounding off on all the shit that they was reading. And I also even said, whichever book gets like the most likes, I'll actually, no matter whether I'm into it or not, I'm gonna read it so we can talk about it on the show. But there was I saw that Feek and Aaron actually kind of co-signed some of these titles on here, so I wanted to open it up. Is there anything that the fans mentioned that you'd like to give a shout out to? I know, I think Sage. What? Go for it.
No, go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I was saying, I think I saw some people somebody said Dark Knight Metal was terrible.
Dark Knight Metal is terrible because Dark Knight Metal is terrible.
But a lot of people seem to like
interesting.
It's fucking terrible. It's bad.
What's the premise? What's going on?
Yeah, what exactly is going on? I haven't ever paid attention
Nonsense.
I said it was terrible.
Dude, I'm halfway through the book and I don't know where the story is. It's like it's almost like an anthology series. But they're all leading into it, man. It's fucking bad. It's just bad. I don't know why I started. I really don't. I've been trying to give DC another shot with their books because the latest Flash run has been pretty good. Surprisingly, the latest Green Arrow run from DC really fucking good. Like, you want to talk about social justice warriors? Like,
Oh yeah.
that's fucking Green Arrow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He be the one, the main one, telling Batman that he ain't shit.
Well, yeah, that is true. But Batman,
ain't shit though.
because Batman knows he ain't shit. He's a psychopath. But yeah, man, Wicked and Divine. I think that's Kira Gillen. I just started that. Wicked and Divine is really fucking good so far. Also, Assassination Classroom.
There was some chat about that. What was going on with that one?
So Assassination Classroom is
Is that the anime?
Yeah,
the
that's
manga. I guess I'm assuming
it's a manga, but it's an anime as well, where something happened in the government where they send these kids to assassination school, and the kids have a year in order to graduate, they have to kill their teacher before the year.
The teacher's like this all-powerful octopus monster.
Yeah. Which you find out later has a really interesting backstory. Feek, you might actually like Assassination Classroom.
Yeah, that's one of those things on my I wish I had time to, watch and indulge list. Because I've been hearing and seeing about it for so long.
Yeah, Assassination Classroom is really good. It's like I said, it's only on, you can watch the anime. It's only 2 seasons. I believe it's on Crunchyroll. And what's the other one? There's one other one, but while I'm trying to think about it.
What about Monstrous? Did y'all see that?
I did not get a chance to look at Monstrous. Have you heard about that one, Feek?
Not a clue.
Monstrous? You talked about Saga though, right?
Oh, well, yeah. Saga is
Saga. Yeah, that's the one. I mean, like I try to keep up with a couple things. Like I went to the comic store essentially for my birthday over the weekend. And, there's a bunch of stuff I wanted to get, but, money and time. I still haven't finished the Saga book that I posted.
Did you pick up The Wicked and Divine yet?
No, I don't even remember that. Is that the one where it's like a bunch of pop stars?
No. Well, we'll talk. It's I don't even me naming the premise will spoil some shit.
I'll look back into it.
You need to read the Star Wars Vader run, specifically Vader Down. I know y'all not real big Star Wars heads, but Vader Down is one of the best quick runs. I think it's like 8 issues, maybe even 4. Quick runs that shows like Vader just being Vader fucking shit up. It's amazing.
But Saga, I think, is one of the ones you like the most, Rock, because it's about parenting and fatherhood and kids in its essence.
They all died, don't they?
No. I mean, there's some gut punches.
You do some shit like that to me.
No, I wouldn't. I promise you I wouldn't. There's some gut punches. Don't get me wrong. Like I cried at least twice. But it was like earned cries because I was feeling what was happening. There's a scene, and I won't spoil it too much for you, but like there's a scene between the father and the son with like no words.
Yeah.
And like, as I was reading over it, I like said it. I started crying because I recognized what the father was doing, and like I felt like what he was going through because he felt like he was doing the right thing, even though he hated it, and just all kinds. It really goes there. And then at the same time, it's like alien people and walruses that talk, and men with TVs for heads having sex.
When they have sex, they actually just have porn on their faces.
Right. It's
good.
Like, it's good. It's weird as fuck,
and it's written really fucking well.
Yeah. So it's great.
This is one of the books I always tell people, like, look, man, comic books are more than just like even the Marvel books. Like people always like even some of the Avengers books are like when you get down to it, they're talking about race, they're talking about class. They're talking about issues that you don't normally see because these books are written by our age. These people grew up seeing all these fanboys, like Superman being the good-natured save it all hero, and that's not what they liked. And so now,
tell complex stories.
Yeah, they're telling way more complex stories. You know what I'm saying? They're getting into the nitty gritty. The last Captain America run was amazing. Like it dealt with like the Make America Great thing, like, and it wasn't heavy handed. Like Cap was Hydra, and he had a reason. You like, yeah, I can see Cap doing that. If
Man, dude, they were hot, boy.
you know what though, that's because
I mean, they always hot. When
yeah, I mean they don't know nothing. Like
y'all hear they just force. Well, actually, technically, it seems like this is actually queer people, but they forced Millie Bobby Brown off of Twitter.
did you see they forced Kelly Marie Tran off earlier this year?
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah. It's what they do. It's awful.
They're a bunch of fuckboys.
But yeah. So Saga is dope though. I think you actually like that's one like of all the things we're naming.
Yeah,
I'm speaking from as the dude that doesn't have the bone to read everything, but that compels me to keep coming back because it hits you in the gut with its real shit.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, just in case there's some listeners who may not be on the what was it? It's not a chat, the Facebook group.
Facebook group.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw out some of the honorable mentions real quick. It's funny because like there's only one title on here that I've read, and that was the first one on there. And it's the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin. Dope book, sci-fi fantasy, Black woman author. Go check that out. Somebody mentioned Morning Star, the 3rd book in the Red Rising series. Paper Girls, Sleepless,
Man,
The Wicked.
I keep hearing about Paper Girls, bro.
I've actually heard about that too, and I'm not
hearing about Paper Girls.
So we might have to check that out.
Yeah, I might have to look into that. Somebody else I know is reading Paper Girls.
So there's Paper Girls, Sleepless, Wicked, The Divine. There's Star Wars, Vader series, and the main Star Wars series.
See?
All right, old school, take it back. Again, we said that one. World Trigger. I don't know if y'all know that one. The World of Fire and Ice, George R.R. Martin. I'm sure there's a bunch of Thrones heads in here.
Oh, you know what? This will be the first year when it comes back next year. This will be the first year Rock gets to be a part of our Game of Thrones.
Hey, I'm excited. I'm on that. Tears We Cannot Stop. I don't know that one. The Divine, like we said, Monstrous.
Yeah, the Wicked. It's the name of that one is The Wicked and Divine by Kiera Gillen.
All right. And finally, Minion by L.A. Banks.
That's another one I keep hearing about. Minion. I'm gonna have to look into some of these.
So yeah, I'm excited, man. Like, I really just wanted a reading list. So thanks.
That sounds about right for you.
That's
No
actually
doubt.
dope.
Right.
I'm sorry, it's been a while since I've been able to read for pleasure, being in school and all. So, you know.
How's school going? Side note.
Why would you bring that up? We were having such a good time.
Okay, leave it alone.
Why would you? What's wrong with you?
She's like, I'm crying now.
Seriously, like I'm on break. I don't want to talk about school. Shit.
Why would you say that, you bastard?
So,
Call
yeah.
Mom.
Hopefully you guys find some good books in there though, because I do know some people who they've been getting back into like reading for leisure, and I do want to do some reading over the summer. I just got myself a new iPad, so I should actually use it for books like I told myself I was going to.
And, by the way, y'all, if we want to do Saga, I have a way to get the firsts for what's it? Which anthology are they on now? 4 or 5?
It's more than that. It's more like 8.
8?
Let me go. Yeah, I can go run and go grab it off.
I have the first 4, so that's a nice chunk of the beginning of the books. So we'll get that worked out so y'all can get them too.
I actually just found a podcast and they're doing like a read through of all the Harry Potter books, and I'm trying to get Aaron Rand Freeman to listen to the podcast and read the books because he's never read the Harry Potter series. If you haven't read the Harry Potter series on here, please don't tell me. Thank you.
Oh no,
that
don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. I have.
Great. They are very good. So yeah, if you guys want to know about that, message me in the Facebook group and I'll send out the information for that. But the reason why I'm here, anyway, is E3.
You know why I'm here.
You know why I'm here.
These games.
Okay.
Get into these games.
So for me, this has been my first E3 that I really had some skin in the game for. You know, I have an Xbox now, and so I decided to sit and watch E3 while Xbox E3 presentation while I was like cooking or something like that. And I have to say that after this year of being disappointed with games, I am really looking forward to the next couple of months and then like next year's games because some good shit is coming out. Does anybody have anything in particular that they want to talk about, or do y'all just want to start at the top of the list and go down?
Let's just start at the top of the list and go down. Probably be the best way to do it.
Okay. A quick question. What consoles do people have? Like, are there people on here who have PlayStation and Xbox, or are there people that's just one like I am?
I have the PlayStation and the Xbox.
Okay.
I have both as well, and I have the Nintendo Switch.
And that's all we want to talk about with video games for ownership. We'd rather not.
I just got an Xbox.
I was trying to.
Which one?
Not shame the show like that.
Okay. Now I was just asking because for me, like, you didn't have to do that to yourself. I asked because like I watched the Sony one. I watched the Sony presentation just to see what they had. But since I don't have a PlayStation, I'm just like, well, I'm not going to do this to myself. You know, I'm not going to sit here and watch a whole bunch of games that I'm not even going to be able to play. So let's start at the top with Metro Exodus.
Metro Exodus looks real good. Has anybody played? Well,
so I played Metro. Was it 99?
Yeah,
2099.
That's the one where you're using bullets as currency.
Yeah. I'm immediately biased against anything that's a first-person shooter, and so I didn't give it enough time. I only played the demo. And just, you know, it's a type of game I realized on the back end because it seemed like it was more Fallout than Halo.
Yeah, because you use the bullets as currency, so they're rare. So you're not shooting a whole bunch in that game.
Right. Yeah. So I definitely want to. I'm interested to check this out because this now is dragons and shit. So it's like, you know, gotta give that a try.
Yeah. EA didn't do a lot, man. Like that was probably one of the more disappointing press conferences. They showed their, EA Sports. Did they show anything else from EA? Or was that it?
Because I'm personally not really into a lot of EA's games. Like I mostly know them for sports, and y'all know me in sports. We don't speak. So when I was going through and watching what they did, I was just like, okay, more sports games. That's cool. Yeah.
Well, since we're talking about sports games, talk about Madden real quick for those of us who are the Madden heads. I think like 80% of black dudes that play video games play Madden and or 2K, and then like FIFA is like third, or maybe it goes 2K, Madden, FIFA. I don't know. But I don't know what's going on with 2K. Madden looks pretty fucking amazing, and quite excited. And that will probably replace all the other games on this list in terms of time. What'd you say? Except
Tekken. You sticking with Tekken?
No, I'm definitely putting Tekken down when Madden comes out. I'll probably pick it back up like in the winter. Like literally like in December of 2018. I'll probably pick Tekken up again for the first time once Madden's all said and done. But we'll see. We'll see how far I want to talk about Tekken.
So I have a quick question about games like Madden and 2K, because this has always confused me about these games. What is it about the game that changes from year to year that makes people buy it every year?
So little stuff and then nothing. So it's not that so very few people will just play Madden 2014 for 4 years straight.
Right.
Because you want to play with Saquon Barkley. You want to play with, Leonard Fournette. You want to play with the new players. You want to play with the old players in new spots. So part of it is just participating in the sport that you love to consume at its most current level.
Okay.
But then on top of that, the hardcore fan base, which is essentially who really plays these games, it's not like a Destiny or something. Give me something even more big and like popular. Kingdom Hearts.
Or like Fortnite or something.
Yeah, Fortnite, where everybody wants to play it because it's this hot new shit. The sports games rely on a core fan base that comes through every year, and they play the game so much and they know so much about it that if you change one little thing, they'll notice, and it might be the biggest deal in the world to them, even if the casual player doesn't really recognize the difference. So, like, that's why I didn't want to talk too much in detail about it, because nobody would know what the fuck I was talking about if you don't play Madden every year.
Okay.
Another good look though. Back on PC for the first time in like 10 years.
Yeah, I'm actually. I've been telling myself for years that I was gonna become a PC guy. I don't know. Like Tekken is on PC. I've been wanting to play.
You get you a good PC with a nice monitor, dog. Change your life.
I'm about to say,
I know.
that
Like
shit
I've been
sounds
wanting Steam forever.
Yeah, I have probably 300 games on Steam because I just get like it'll be a sale with like all the EA games on sale for 99 cents right now.
$3.
nice.
$3, $4.
It may happen. Well, it's not gonna happen because I ain't got the money for that. But it may happen like Madden 20 when we balling.
I
Get off
feel
that
it.
remedial money.
All right, so let's move into Bethesda.
Bethesda showed they ass. Like they put out a lot of games.
Yeah.
Like I'm shocked.
So let's see. They have Elder Scrolls 6, Anthem, Doom Eternal, Fallout 76, and Rage 2.
Why is Anthem under Bethesda?
That's where Aaron put it.
Did I put it under Bethesda?
You sure did.
Okay.
Where does
That was
it
a
go?
mistake.
Well, actually,
Oh, God.
Technically, it's Bethesda.
no, it's not.
Are y'all
That's
really
where
about to
it
do
is.
this? Let's
Is-
talk
is-
about the game.
is it-
I'm sorry. You're right.
Let's go.
Let's
It's
just talk
bipolar. I'm sorry.
So
Yeah.
the game that I'm actually excited to play is Doom Eternal, because way back in the gap when I was a young child, I played Doom and like on my PC, and I still remember the cheat codes for the computer.
Doom. You know they have
I don't remember.
the last Doom came out like 3 years ago. It's really good, Ray. Like you might love it.
Yeah, you probably.
And it's on.
What did they
Xbox.
change? What they change about it?
Nothing.
Nothing. It's Doom. It's fucking Doom.
I mean,
Sites like you just playing Doom.
yeah, Rock. It may be harder for you to understand because you haven't followed first-person shooters since Doom. So, like, but for those who are not the super gamers for the Room show, like when Doom came out, it was run and shoot the shit.
Yes.
Run, shoot shit, run, run, shoot.
I played Doom.
Right. And so, but like right about Halo, we started to see a change in the way first person shooters were. And then by the time it gets to, all the Call of Duty shit,
Call of Duty is.
it's way different. It's like, 3 bullets to kill you. Get cover. Change. You only get 3 weapons.
I don't want to do all that.
It's realistic. Everything's
And
brown.
in this, you got multiple triggers. You got different. You can aim down sights. The gun reacts different depending on like. It's way more complicated. Just
Right.
always.
So the last Doom was like, nah, it's blood and explosions of blood and bullets and all the guns. So
And you know what's funny?
And the
is,
rock music. I'm sorry.
as y'all were sitting there talking, I was thinking back to the games that I used to play as a kid. I've always been playing first person shooters. Doom, 007 GoldenEye. That's always kind of been my shit. Huh.
Yeah, there you go.
Go figure.
Yeah, Doom Infinite. I think that's another year out. I don't think that's anytime this year. But they also announced Elder Scrolls 6, which they just shooting for the fences because that won't be this console cycle.
they just wanted to get their shit started.
Yeah, that's not even till next. That's 4 years out at least.
Damn.
Nah, not 4.
Dude, it's the next console cycle. I do not see them launching at this console cycle. When they got another Fallout game, they got Rage 2, they got Doom, they got a
Rage and Doom are both done. Those shits are coming out.
no Doom Eternal is not coming out this year.
They're
Rage,
coming out by this time next year.
no,
Now,
Eternal doesn't even have a launch date yet.
yeah, I'd be surprised.
Like Rage 2 comes out this year. That comes out like 3 months.
Okay.
But yeah,
When does Fallout 76 come out? Because I do know
That
that
shit looks good.
I was gonna say I know that because there's a couple of games that I was like, okay, I think that I have that on CY System Share, so I want to go back and play the other ones so that I can catch the wave, see what I missed, and that's what I'm thinking. Fallout was one of the ones that I had in the back of my mind that I was like, I need to go back and play some of the other ones. to play.
They just put out Fallout 4 on Game Pass. So if you paying that $10 a month, you just got Fallout 4 added there. A bunch of other games too got added to Game Pass.
Hell yeah. We'll get to that when we get to the Microsoft section, though.
Yeah.
Anybody else have anything to say about the other ones? Elder Scrolls, Anthem? No.
I'm needing Elder Scrolls to. I'm hoping that they do something with the combat, because I really did like, despite I don't know, so I want to say his name on the air, but you know who I'm talking to.
Yeah,
I'm talking to you.
You talking to Feld, nigga?
Okay, yeah, Feld. Despite what Feld thinks, I did like Skyrim. It just got boring because the combat was trash.
Yeah.
And like, I'm hoping that they take the time to create just a slightly more interesting level of combat, because everything else in the game is fucking amazing, except for the second most important part of it. And then Anthem, I think. Well, so
hey, Anthem
might get me to finally join Space Wakanda.
It looks like it might be what Disney was supposed to be,
right? Because
by BioWare,
right? Well, because if you played, did you ever play the Mass Effect multiplayer?
Oh yeah.
So Mass Effect's multiplayer is really dope. They get like how to really blend RPG team elements. I'm assuming a little better than Destiny, because Destiny just felt grindy. But when I think about it, I was willing to grind on Mass Effect 3's multiplayer because it was just more satisfying. So like, I'm hoping that they can weave a little bit more in, and like, I might have to collect with y'all for that.
Hey Ray, it looks like the game. Like, it looks, because I'm no shade to Destiny, because I actually think Destiny is on the right track.
No. Go ahead, do it. They owe. They owe down. Go ahead.
They are back on track with Destiny. I actually just purchased the expansion, so I'm back in, at least for this expansion.
Which expansion did you buy?
The new one that is coming out, and it's for September.
Oh, the one for September. I thought you were talking about the one that just came out, because they pissed me off again.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, I had that one too. But Anthem looks like it, because it's gonna have. This is main BioWare. This is Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 BioWare.
Uh-huh.
So that's like a pedigree. Mass Effect 2 might be one of the greatest games ever made.
Yep.
And that's me saying that as a person that really doesn't care about Mass Effect all like that. Like, I like it, enjoy it. But
Mass Effect 3 made me cry at least 3 times.
It is one of the best series ever made. And that team is
4 if you count just being angry at the ending.
Yeah, don't be one of those guys. But yeah, man, like, I'm really looking forward to what Bethesda put out. And that was EA. I'm sorry, Anthem was EA. I'm looking forward to those.
Okay.
Those. So.
Okay, let's get into Microsoft. Now, this is the one that I watched, and can I just stand at the very top? Nigga, I am so excited for Division 2. I dropped a plate while I was washing dishes when I saw it, and like ran out into the living room. I am hype.
Yeah, Division 2 looks good. They're taking it to DC. And they're also giving you a reason, because Ray, you remember how that game ended, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that when they mean by division, it's like division of the United States. Mm-hmm. So now you're fighting against the government, even though at one point you were a part of the government. Like, I'm really looking to see how they change a lot of that story.
Right. Well, the reason why I was so excited for it is I recently started watching on Netflix this show called The Rain, which, by the way, if you guys are not watching it, it is so fucking good. God, it's good. Basically, the rain brings upon the apocalypse, and it goes on from there. But and so it was kind of what I was thinking in my head. Like, this is kind of what I want Division 2 to be like a little bit more prequel. Where shit's still kind of going down a little bit. Huh?
Like a little more personal.
Yeah, because in Division 1, when you drop into the game, like, shit's already gone down. For the most part, whoever's dead is pretty much dead. And it's just stopping people from killing each other. where
The premise of the Division is wild. Feek, you didn't play the Division. I know you didn't, Rock. Feek, you didn't play the Division, right?
It was another first person shooter to me. Didn't bother.
Listen to this premise. So they, what is it called?
I know the premise of the Division. It's like, well, I heard it
smallpox
before.
epidemic.
Yeah, the smallpox epidemic is passed around on dollars during, was it Christmas or New Year's?
Christmas, I think.
Yeah, and that's how the epidemic spread, which could happen. Like the shit could happen.
And so you work for like almost like a sleeper cell government agency, and you as a character are sent to like secure New York, take back medicine from roving gangs and things of that nature. And so watching it being in New York was fun, but now they're taking it to DC, and DC's kind of overgrown, so it's gone back to that swampy, natural habitat that it was before, humans came and fucked everything all up.
Right.
And so I'm excited to play it. Like I'm super hyped. Division was my favorite game that I played last year. So I'm excited for the second one to come out, and I'm hoping that I am blessed to be one of the people who get to play the beta. Because I signed up for
I'm
it.
hoping to get in the beta too. That looks real good.
Yeah. Well, I guess now that we're done with that, since me and Aaron were the only two who played it, the other games that, Microsoft, they really kind of came out with a lot during their.
Yeah, they was trying to get it popping. They seem, at least from the social media sphere, they seem that they quote unquote won E3 this year.
Yeah, I didn't even talk about the acquisitions. They announced that they bought 5 game studios.
They bought Undead Labs that's who makes State of Decay.
Mm-hmm.
They bought. I'm trying to think.
They bought the Forza Horizon team. They bought that whole team.
Right.
They bought Ninja Theory, which fucking.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
And I can't remember the other one, but it's big as well.
Yeah. So
Can we get a Ninja Gate and Ninja Theory?
I'm not sure what they're gonna do.
Microsoft, they presented Gears 5, Halo Infinite, Battletoads, Cyberpunk 2077, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, and they showed Kingdom Hearts 3, and of course Division 2.
Wait.
Now, I was a little sad that I couldn't see the Battletoads trailer. Did y'all see it?
No, I didn't see it either.
Yeah, I didn't because I didn't put it in there because fuck Battletoads.
What's wrong with Battletoads, man?
Battletoads is fucking terrible. It is a terrible ass game.
Ignoring Aaron to go and find the
by fucking nostalgia. How many of y'all beat Battletoads?
Nobody beat Battletoads.
Exactly. It's a fucking bad game. It's a bad game, guys. I played Battletoads.
The first, yes, okay. So the bad,
wasn't a
first
back then.
4 stages of Battletoads are fucking great though.
And then after that, there's another 10. Did you fucking know that?
Nobody knows that.
Nobody knows that.
Wow.
Nobody's ever seen that shit.
Aaron got to level.
Nobody got past the board with the fucking, you had to ride the freaking water bikes and shit. Because that shit was impossible to beat. And by the time, I remember vividly, I wanted Battletoads so bad. I loved playing it, even though I couldn't get past that stage. Then I let the ghetto boy at the school borrow it, and I never got a chance to play again.
This sounds stupid. So let's move on. Let's see. What were you talking about?
Cyberpunk. That game is going to be fucking amazing. I cannot wait.
That joint looked like Ghost in the Shell meets Blade Runner.
They just got they got the feel. Like they got the look, they got the style. Like it's not over the top, it's like
it was effortless.
It was like
it feels alive in its natural state.
Like like the satin jacket, but it still like has all kinds of technology in the collar so you can talk to people, like that type shit, man. I'm looking forward to it. I put a link in the chat. Is another reason I'm very excited about Cyberpunk. This is basically the creator of Cyberpunk. Mike Pondsmith, black man. Real black man. He created the RPG Cyberpunk in 1988, I believe. Yeah, 1988. It's one of the first role-playing games I ever played. It's literally one of the
the books that came after that, like that were based off his work, and like some of the like technology terms and like rippers and shit like that, all came from him. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with that. So sorry, that was my game of the show. Like I'm really looking forward to that game.
I mean, I ain't calling nothing a game of the show if it doesn't show the game too tough.
The game,
but
like that.
I know you said that was the in-game engine, but like I need to understand what the game part of the game is. Like this fucking Detroit game that's been every fucking where on YouTube.
Hey guys,
and I'm like, what is this? What is this? And then I realized it's that. What's that dude's name? Peter David?
No, David Cage.
David Cage.
Fuck.
I was like, man, it's a David Cage. He ain't playing this shit.
Right. Fuck.
If I played the shit, I wouldn't be able to play the shit because he doesn't fucking make video games. He makes interactive movies that are trash. So what was I saying? I'm sorry, I got a little angry. But like I need to see, because like to me, like a game can have a lot of good qualities, but if it's not fun to play, then it needs to be compelling as shit to finish, or I'm not gonna do it. Hence me taking a good 6 months to finish the damn what game did I just finally finish, Aaron?
Nier. Don't start shitting on Nier, dog.
No, it wasn't a bad game, but the gameplay wasn't all that great. And you know, the story, I would rather just have a really long philosophical conversation with somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, it's not like, oh, we did a philosophy game. Fuck Nier. That's what I'm trying to say, Aaron. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
So was anybody excited for Kingdom Hearts 3, or was that just me?
I think that generation.
I thought it was dope.
Yeah.
I mean,
it looks dope. I want to play it.
It's past my generation. I can't get. I mean, that's.
The reaction to it is something, you know, a little bit. Just I need to be like 5 years younger to really feel it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I played the first two Kingdom Hearts, but it didn't resonate with me in a way that I was just like, I'm good.
I mean, all right. So here's what I liked about it. I mean, so a lot of the movies that they're playing on now, you know, is like, you know, like you said, the movies that people from about 5 years ago grew up with. So, you know, Frozen, Tangled, and, you know, yada yada. Wreck-It Ralph, you know, and, you know, my kids love that, you know. So to see my girls watch me, you know, see me playing that, I could just see them getting excited about it. Like for me, it was like kind of a open door to the next generation who, you know, I mean, y'all clown me about being a casual gamer, but, you know, I think that's dope, man.
It would be dope if it was like a regular Disney game. Mm-hmm. You've never played a Kingdom Hearts game, have you?
Yeah, it was like, well, I played it back when it was like an RPG.
Niggas die in Kingdom Hearts.
I know.
But I wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how dark they're gonna go in this one. Because
if you can sit through Mufasa getting murdered, you can sit through anything.
I just told my son. Me and AJ just told our son today that Donald Trump was the president.
Mm.
He thought Barack Obama was the president this entire time. We just never bothered to tell him.
Ugh.
Sorry.
That hurt my heart.
Right. So it'll be okay.
Yeah. So well, I'm excited. I'm still deciding whether I really want to play or not, because the one thing is that since there are so many new Disney characters, I ain't watching none of that shit. I ain't got no kids. So I know who Wreck-It Ralph is.
We've seen all of them.
Right.
I've never seen Frozen. I've never seen it. I'm trying to go the rest of my life without seeing it. So let's move on to Square Enix.
God damn, you're like, and we're done.
Can we talk about Sekiro Shadows Die Twice?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, sure.
Oh, you mean Demon Souls, but with samurais?
Yes.
Yeah, that's all I got to say.
With fucking samurai, dog. They're making a Tenchu game, bro. They're making
definitely not a Tenchu game,
bro. With the grappling hook and the way that he flies from place to place, and
I don't see sneaking having a big enough.
He assassinated somebody in the first 5 minutes by jumping off a pole, sneaking.
He also fought a giant
mutant samurai.
Hey, dog.
Several of them.
This game gonna be real good.
I don't know. I've never. I mean, Demon Souls is one of those games that everybody tells me I would like and I believe.
You need to play Bloodborne. That game for you. You would.
Yeah, I probably would like it. I probably would like it, but it's just when I just don't. It's the same shit I've been saying for years now. One day, I got small children. I feel like maybe once the boys are a little less needy, I'll get back to who I was before I became a father.
Or you could just teach them to play video games like my little girl does.
And,
dog, I walked upstairs 2 days ago and I was looking for my Nintendo Switch. She laying in the bed like a grown ass man. Playing my Nintendo Switch. I'm like, damn, give me my shit. Where you been?
Go do your homework.
Like, go play with dolls. She was playing the game. I was pissed. Looking for that thing.
Does anybody have anything to say about Halo?
I mean, Halo's so far off. That game ain't coming out for another 3 years.
You can't feel it yet. You just like, okay.
It's so far off. That the way they're talking, that's going to be another next gen system.
Okay.
A lot of these announcements were like, "Hey, these are next generation games coming."
Yeah, I just Halo is probably the end of me caring about first person shooters.
Yeah,
Gears, on the other hand, look kind of interesting.
Yo, Gear, you didn't play the ending?
I haven't played since 2, and I don't remember if I finished 2 or not.
Gears 4 ended with some shit that you're like, oh, well, I got to see what happens next. Like, I absolutely need to see what happens next now. So I'm excited for Gears.
Okay. When is that one coming out?
Gears is next year.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it falls on the Death Day. February 22nd of 2019 is the day, the most savage day of video game releases I've ever seen as an adult. Days Gone from PlayStation, Anthem comes out, Crackdown 3 comes out, Metro Exodus comes out, and Trials Rising all come out on the same day.
It's going to be a lot of Mountain Dew getting consumed.
Hot Pockets.
Listen, chips and shit. It's going to be all types of Dorito commercials and everything. I'm going to keep that in mind because I'll ask at the end of the show. So are we done with Microsoft and ready to move on?
Yeah, I think we can move on.
Okay.
From Microsoft.
Next is Square Enix. Is that how you say that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they showed with DMC 5, Babylon's Fall, and Shadow of Tomb Raider. So.
Yeah, we can move on.
Yeah, I mean, Shadow Tomb Raider look good. I mean, but it's a Tomb Raider game.
I try and like Tomb Raider, but I am really tired of this white woman fucking up these people's shit.
Well, you know what? One of my favorite reporters actually said that they're going to address that because the Waypoint. I listen to Waypoint, and they try and take things from video games from a different perspective. And one of the questions they asked were, how are you going to talk about Laura always coming into these cultures and taking their things? And they said firmly that they're going to address that in a new game. So I'm really interested to see.
So the last one, because the first Tomb Raider, the first reboot of Tomb Raider, I actually played and beat, and it was pretty enjoyable. It was enjoyable enough that I beat it, and and that was as a person with kids. I don't beat too many games these days. The second one I didn't bother playing just because I didn't imagine caring enough about, like, the game wasn't fun enough for me to play through again.
It's actually really fucking good. Like, it's one of my favorite games in the last couple of years.
Right. And so, but did she raid a tomb in that one? Because she didn't raid any tombs in the second one.
That's the thing.
In the first one.
In the second one, it's a ton of tombs, like actual tombs that you have to go through.
Which then, I guess, begs the question of the problematic nature of her character being basically a colonizer avenger.
I mean,
like a superhero.
I get that, like, she's trying to rescue it away from niggas who are trying to use it for nefarious things.
Did y'all see the trailer? Like, in the trailer, the one of the native guy, I don't know what
culture he was, but we'll go with that.
He was basically telling her, like, you did do what you said you were going to do, right? And as soon as she says no, he's like, God damn it, it's not about you. You just fucked everything up. Like, actually getting on her about what she did wrong. And she was trying to run back in and was like, one of the things she tried to do was, like say I'm gonna go save these people, and he was like, no, listen, you already fucked up once. And so I'm really curious to see that dynamic as well, like Laura getting put into her place.
Well,
It's
So
the
like she
problem-
was supposed to bring back Claw, but
Right.
did it.
Right.
But see, the other thing that bothers me about Tomb Raider, as opposed to, I'm not feeling that. Cause what's the is it Nathan Drake? What was those games?
The Uncharted series.
Uncharted series, which I also kind of fell out of love with after the second one. At least those were honest about the essence of the game. Like I would rather play a game about a Avenger colonizer killing all the people and getting all the stuff and just not caring and being problematic if it was like following the essence of what it was and just being a really awesome version of, you know, a shitty premise game. Tomb Raider 1 bothered me, I forgot, because like I'm supposed to sympathize with her as this scared young girl in like a messy situation, and she like murders 300 dudes with like assault rifles, and they have assault rifles. She has a pickaxe, and she is murking dudes.
Yeah,
and it's like
some of the same in this too.
Yeah, I can't relate with that.
Like brutal, sneak up behind you, let me stab you in the neck, type shit. Like it's
like I'd rather play Fallout. I'd rather play an over the top Fallout game, not Fallout, Far Cry. I'd rather play an over the top Far Cry game where I'm playing a white guy or a middle American guy in the new one I haven't played yet, and I'm just doing, you know, ridiculous over the top shit, than to try to say no, sympathize. She's scared. Watch how she fearfully like suplexes this dude onto a spike.
I feel like there's a lot of problematic shit about what you're saying. I can't tonight.
It's a lot going on.
It's so much wrong.
I want the game to keep it real with me.
You sound like you want them to keep the damn swimsuit section in America.
Real talk, I do. It's a
Nope.
No.
Not gonna do this.
I don't care about the package.
Not on my first day back. Nope. Give me another heart attack. Let's keep moving.
All right. So next up, we got Ubisoft.
Ubisoft is a lot, man.
They dropped Beyond Good and Evil 2 and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And I believe Division 2 is an Ubisoft game, right?
Yeah, it is an Ubisoft game. It just got dropped on the Microsoft stage.
Okay, good. So
I never played Beyond Good and Evil 1. It's supposedly this amazing game that people have been waiting for forever, but it was like a platformer.
Yes. I'm so confused about what this game is.
Yeah, what is this shit?
Because Beyond Good and Evil 2, Jade, which is the main protagonist, was like maybe 20. Like, and this game is a prequel to that, but Jade is the same age, but the pig is older. Like, I'm lost.
It looks like a heavy metal book, which is dope. But I would much rather just watch like a new heavy metal.
And this is another one of those games that's going to be like 15. It's not coming out for the next maybe 5 years. Like it's a long way off. They haven't even did y'all hear what they're doing about you can put your assets into the game type shit?
No.
What do they plan? What's their plan with that?
So there's a company called Hit Record. And I'm pretty sure, Joseph Gordon-Levitt owns it, where you could contribute to Beyond Good and Evil. It's like where you could put your stuff on a website, they could choose it, and if they choose it, then you get paid in a way, but that doesn't, like, that's the type of game this is. Like, I don't understand. I have so many problems with this. Like, it's like Ubisoft is crowdfunding their game. Even though they're a $1 billion corporation, and could afford to pay people to do these things.
So
it's like scab work.
So you put your money into the game?
No. So this is what the wild.
Put your work into the game, and they pay you a little bit instead of all of it.
Oh.
Exactly, and they don't have to like say, for instance, they really like what you're doing. They could buy your work, the rights to your work. do whatever the fuck they want with it, with their own graphic designers and everything else. You might get what, $1,000. You know how much money they save by not employing a full-time graphic designer?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how much money they save by not having to pay you health care for the work you did? Like, it's a lot going on there, and I'm not okay with this at all. Like, it just seems kind of shady to me.
Yeah, that's real sus. I thought that you was saying like you put like Wonka bucks or something, but nigga, I'm not designing shit for y'all.
Yeah,
No.
they talking about voiceover artists. They're talking about like writers. They're talking about.
Oh,
I mean, it's one thing if they
cheap
want like the
bitch.
game to feel like it's born out of the fans, but I don't know.
There's
Ubisoft
other
is kind of
ways,
shady. They're
but
one of the
there's-
more shady organizations.
It's ways to go about that without basically skimming niggas' content for the low.
That's the thing. Like, it just don't seem right. Like, you got this big ass trailer. They did have a hands-on gameplay behind closed doors demo, so there is a game there. But you're gonna fill your game with shit you basically bought for pennies. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you're gonna make billions off the game.
The SoundCloud game.
Yeah, nah, dog. It don't seem right.
And I didn't even watch the Assassin's Creed trailer. I'm done. Was it by Ninjas yet?
No, you know what? Assassin's Creed, the last game, the Egypt game, really fucking good.
I didn't even know they went to Egypt. See,
Yeah,
I
it's
stopped paying attention when they went to Haiti. I think they went to England after that, and I don't know what happened after England.
You talking about Slave Master Killing Simulator 2018? Yeah, I'll fuck with that game.
I'm gonna be like,
You
what's
killed-
wrong with that?
Yeah, you can kill slave masters, nigga. Shit. I played the hell out of that game.
2 times.
But yeah, let's move on from Ubi. That shit just kind of irritated me. I just thought about that again.
Okay. I'm trying to decide which one I think will be the best. Let's go to Leftovers. Okay.
Okay.
So they released Soul Calibur's.
Fighting games.
Soul Calibur's.
Fighting games. Sorry, but let me talk about Soul Calibur.
I'm sorry. Give it the motherfucking mic.
Give it here. This is the section.
I'm
Well, I know
walking
all
this
this
shit.
Except Skull
This
and
is
Bones.
my
I don't know what
life.
that is. These are the only 3 games that I will probably definitely play, even though Dead or Alive is trash. But so Soul Calibur 6, I'm real excited for because it's a remake of Soul Calibur 2, which is probably it's probably the fighting game where I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm a fighting game dude.
Yeah. But you know what though? Even non-fighting game guys played the fuck out of Soul Calibur 2, dog.
It was just so fucking great. Ugh. I'm gonna need them to kind of speed it up though. Like I need them to announce that all the characters are back. I need to see.
It's out this year. I'm pretty sure it's out this year.
I need to see it though, because Soul Calibur 5 was very disappointing. So I needed to come out. I need the shit to make sure it's not trash. Because Soul Calibur 5 really dropped the ball with their fandom. Like a lot of people that were hardcore fans of Soul Calibur 4 did not do much with 5. Like 5 did not, like in an era where fighting games were becoming a bigger piece of the pie in like, especially in competitive gaming, you don't ever see Soul Calibur 5 because it just doesn't have the community behind it. Dead or Alive is trash, but I give them props. They are stopping the titties.
What?
And they're stopping all the titties. So Dead or Alive is known for
I know.
creating jiggle physics. For those who are, again, not in the game like we in the game, they were the first game to ever create an engine in their game just to make boobs jiggle during the fight.
Or jiggle less.
No, it's mostly jiggle more.
It was jiggle. It was jiggle more. It was like, and it was ridiculous. It wasn't like
fucking terrible.
like, and every character had a triple D cup. You know what I'm saying? Then they came out with the volleyball bikini games.
Yeah,
Just shameless.
it's a lot. It's a fucking lot.
And so they have purposefully dressed their female characters in more conservative, realistic clothing for fighting,
and they have removed the jiggle physics.
And they have did you see the fans have lost their fucking shit?
Yep. Because and again, I kinda don't blame them because DOA is not a very good fighting game. It was a novelty, like in the fighting game community. There's this guy, what is his name? Perfect Legend. He's he's a legend in the fighting game community, mostly for bad things. And one of the things that he's known for is that he actually won a championship at Evo in Dead or Alive. People were like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how bad the game is, that he won at the game and people made fun of him for it.
God.
So, yeah. And then Hitman's the shit. I didn't play throughout the full last thing they did.
Yo,
Just
the last game was fucking good. Ray, did you ever play Hitman?
Nope.
You should have played.
You might like Hitman, Ray.
Yeah, because it's some goofy shit you can do with Hitman.
It's a different type of feel than like the Divisions and your Destinies. Mm-hmm. It's way slower, but like the slowness is dope because it gives you freedom. Like you could really be a jerk in Hitman if you like being a jerk in real life.
And then you can like plan out your missions. So like you following one dude around and you see like, you know what? He always seems to go by this chef. Let me follow this chef, knock him the fuck out with this can of beans.
Hide him in the trunk, take his clothes.
Hide in the trash can, take his clothes, and now I'm a chef. I'm gonna poison his food with poison this sushi.
Right.
Poison the sushi, and then I'll walk away.
And then when the wife, who I also have to kill, sees the husband get poisoned, she's gonna get distraught and run out of the room. And by then, I'm already be in my sniper nest.
Yep. Or I've killed one of her security guards and I'm waiting upstairs for her because they're too dumb to know that I killed one of the security.
Or I put an explosive in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And that's how much freedom you have in that shit. It's great.
It's so good.
That does sound fun.
Yeah.
We'll have to have a conversation, something similar to this in just a minute. So let's keep moving. We're gonna
What's
take
this Skull and Bones game? I'm sorry, Ray. I didn't know if you were leaving.
The Skull and Bones game is basically just ship combat. I'm not looking forward to it.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't look very good.
Okay. Actually, that's at the very bottom. I didn't even see that was down there. So thanks for bringing it up, Feek. Okay, I'm going to take a gamble on this one. Let's talk about PlayStation and their releases. So they've dropped Spider-Man, Tetris Effect. What's RE stand for?
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil 2 remake. Oh yeah, I saw a lot of niggas hype about that. Last of Us 2, Death Stranding, and Ghost of Tsushima.
If Cyberpunk wasn't my game of the show, nigga, Ghost of Tsushima looks like my game. Did you see that feat?
Yeah. You saw I posted that like that. I'm wondering, is it a Rocksteady game? Is it the same people that did Batman and
You want to hear what's wild? It's a Sucker Punch game. It's the infamous people.
Oh no, they can do it. They can do it.
Exactly, and they've been quiet for about 5 years.
Yeah.
So it's about time for them to come out in that game. Just the lighting when you're riding the horse and the field of grass and it's all moving independently. And God, that game looks amazing. And that was all gameplay footage.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
Yeah,
I was like, nah, this got to be story.
Nope, that was in-game footage. They just took the HUD off.
Yeah, it was raw.
That's gonna.
You
be
know
fun.
what I realized about 2018? Video games look really fucking good. Don't know if y'all knew this or not.
I mean, they were good last year too. At least from what I heard. I ain't play Harley shit.
But I'm just saying, like, who knew? Video games. Like, I'm not ready for a new console generation yet.
We don't need one. It's not like, what are they gonna do?
Like, these games are just now hitting a stride where it's like, woo. Like, Ghost of Tsushima looks like some next level shit. Cyberpunk looks like some next level shit. You know what I'm saying? Even that Spider-Man game looks amazing. Ray, did you play those Spider-Man games?
No.
You didn't? Oh, man. Wait a minute. No, y'all did play the old Spider-Man game. I know because I was there.
Nigga, just because you let us hold the remote controller that was unplugged while you played, don't mean we played the Spider-Man games.
You still mad?
I mean, now that I
Still
caught
mad as
on
hell.
in all these years, I think back like, nigga, nah. I'm just saying. I mean, I guess, sure, whatever. Why not? Yeah, I played them.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta admit, the Spider-Man didn't really do it for me. Actually, it took me back. It took me back to the old games, and I was just like, I didn't like this back then either. The flipping, and I mean, I know, I get to be Spider-Man, but it just didn't do it for me.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was a first-person shooter kid. I'm like, nigga, who am I? Who's dying? I want to shoot somebody in the face. Can we do that?
In the face.
In the face.
In the face.
Can we talk about the Last of Us 2 trailer for a second, bro?
Now,
I didn't watch that trailer.
What?
Yo,
I don't want to see anything. I just want to play it. That's one of those games is in spoiler territory.
they do a great job with
It's
making.
Go ahead.
They do a great job. Like you already know it's fantastic writing. That's what actually pulled me in. So thanks, Aaron, for putting that on my radar. Fantastic writing. You immediately fall. I don't say you fall in love, but you immediately get an emotional connection with the character. And then they go ahead. What are you gonna say?
Well, and I'm saying like that's from somebody who hasn't played the first one. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how amazing the writing is. Like you seeing just the trailer brought you into it in a way that. Think about me having to beat the game, the first game, and I know the story and I know the things that.
But you see, I'm more of a Twitch head. I enjoy a good story. Like it's all I'll watch the. I actually watched after you introduced me to it. I watched the whole thing.
Oh, you did? I didn't.
Yeah. So that was all imprinted in my psyche. So I'm like, all right. So what they gonna do? My immediate thing was like, man, this ain't the other thing. It's like having your second baby. You're like, you don't look like my first baby, and then then you're like, I actually like you, as yourself.
Naughty Dog is making an adult story.
Yeah.
And what I mean by adult story is during that trailer, at first you don't think they're gonna do what they do as far as character wise. Mm-hmm. You see somebody and you're like, Ellie, Feet, you played the first one, right?
Yeah.
Ellie is alive. She's the main character. That's who you play as. And you start noticing things. You're like, is she queer coded? And then they make sure to let you know it's not coded, sir.
Right.
She is queer. And in a way that is both natural. It's not over the top. It doesn't bring any attention to it. But they share a kiss, and it's like, oh.
But
this game is
the atmosphere creates the tension.
Exactly.
Immediately. And not in an overhanded way, but like you're watching it like, oh, you can't do that. And then immediately, Hunger Games.
Yeah, and then immediately, while they're embracing, the next exact scene is her stabbing the nigga in the neck, and it's like, whoa, okay, this is an adult story, man. I'm really looking forward to it. They can chill out on the graphic violence a little bit. I didn't need to see that man's guts fall out of his body. That was a lot.
I did.
Boy, that was a lot.
Here for it.
What about you, Ray? Do you think that this will make you get a PS2? I mean PS4, PS2.
It's something that I've been kind of dealing with. I've been thinking about back and forth, not just because of like all the exclusives that they have, but also that a lot of my friends have PlayStation. And so it's like whenever they're like, oh, you play that game? I'm like, yeah, I play that game. Like, oh, on what? And I'm like, Xbox. And they're like, so
don't get into the console wars. We too old for that shit.
Yeah, I think all of them are fine.
It's not about which one is better. It's just about which console most of my friends have. Like I got the Xbox because I wanted to play with like other people. And I mean, I play mostly with CY. And it's like, I mean, that's fine, but when like 70% of my friends have a PlayStation, I'm like, damn, maybe I should have got a PlayStation, And so maybe I feel like I might maybe one day do it like whenever my Xbox One is kind of like the out of date console. And it's like, okay, it's time to get a new one, then I might switch over.
Yeah. PS4 Pros are going for cheap now. They're not, I think they're like 300 now, and they might go to 249 here soon.
Oh, okay. So, well, you want to give me $249, nigga?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. I was just saying.
They're not like $400 or $500, but still, like, I mean, because then it comes to, oh, well, then what console am I going to get certain games on? And, you know, like, I don't really think that I'm ready to really have a 2-console life. So right. I think that, like, whenever my Xbox craps out, that'll be when
It's not getting married, nigga. You ain't having no kids. You can ignore the console. That's what's good about consoles. I ain't pulled my Xbox out in like 6 months. And it ain't said shit. It ain't sent me no ill text messages.
I mean, if you plugged it in, it probably would be pissed at you, though.
Updating, nigga.
Finally,
it's not that anything's gonna happen with it, but I mean, as an accountant, that sounds like wasted money to me. So yeah, it's like, true. Oh, you bought that and you haven't used it in 6 months. Well, congratulations, you just played yourself, you know. And so I think, I don't know, I might do something where it's like, okay, I might move the Xbox to like my bedroom and then have the PlayStation be in the living room, and that'll, you know, I don't know. I think that after a certain point, I am gonna like get, you know, I'm gonna probably get a PlayStation, just like, again, because a lot of my friends have it, and if I want to play social games with people, I want to be able to play with where most of my friends are. So
right. That's how I had it for a second. I had the Xbox hooked up to the big ass TV because it was really dope for Madden. Especially since big ass TVs have like lag, you can't play Tekken on this shit. And I had, you know, the PlayStation in the bedroom, but then the kids broke the TV, and I'm looking at it right now. And
sad face.
Feel kind of sad.
So yeah, that's something that I am considering maybe down the line. Maybe I'll grab something on like Black Friday or whatever. Like, I know it won't be the optimal one, but I just really needed to play a couple of games because shit, games are $60 each. Like, nigga. Whew. So,
yo, on a side note, anybody know what the fuck is going on in this Death Stranding trailer?
Yo, no, and like, so
it's like Kojima. Like, first of all,
folks give Kojima. Go ahead. You go first.
Dear Lord, they gave Kojima an unlimited budget. I don't know what the fuck we about to get, dog. Like, I literally have no idea.
I'm gonna tell you. It's gonna be some bullshit.
Oh yeah. Well, first of all, I'm not a huge Metal Gear fan. I think the last Metal Gear was gameplay wise the best of the series and was revolutionary in a lot of ways. Other than that, though, the story's not.
So I didn't play the last one. But I played every Metal Gear Solid of the you know, the new era. So Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, 4, and
5 was the last one. So you didn't play that.
I didn't play 5. And I didn't play 5 because after 4, I was like, I'm not touching this shit again. This is
5 reveals a bunch of shit about 4 that I'm just like, oh, okay.
I thought 5 was a prequel.
5 is, it's a lot. 5 is a lot.
I got it sitting here. Like in a basket full of like,
but that
games I haven't played.
That gameplay in 5, best of the series.
Well, yeah. So, but what I was trying to get to was that Kojima is the closest thing that video games have to like an auteur.
Yep, absolutely.
A true auteur personality. He's like one part Kanye West, one part, I don't know, David Lynch or Wes Anderson. And some of his games are weird and interesting, but they're not necessarily good. And this doesn't look like a good game.
The metaphor is already in there, like
the baby in a fallopian tube at the beginning
that he's delivering, and then later on you notice that it looks like a delivery man, and I'm fucked up. I don't know what the fuck this game is. I'm good. I'm good, Kojima. They gave Kojima an unlimited budget, dog. He's making his own engine. I literally, it could be
wow.
It could turn your,
Hold on, explain to the people what that means. Like, why that's a big deal.
It's scary.
Like, so no, but to break down the engine part, like, so imagine, so like, if you want a car, you're going to get a Toyota blank. And then Toyota cars also make Lexus cars. So even though it's a Lexus, it's still made with the same parts that make a Toyota. And same thing for a Ford or Acura or whatever. So imagine giving somebody the money and they literally make their own car from scratch. That's what it means to say that he was able to make his own engine. That's crazy. That's a lot.
Yeah, dog. And they gave him, like, put it this way, this is the crazy motherfucker that made you change. You could beat a boss. Yeah, you could beat a boss in one of the games by changing your controller out. Like, he might turn your console into a fucking rocket ship. We have no idea.
He's a weirdo. I mean, I'll play it. So like, I say all that to say, I'm looking forward to playing it. I just don't expect to enjoy it that much, but it's an experience.
Yeah, it's a lot. What we got, Ray?
Was that it for PlayStation?
I think so. We talked about Tetris Effect.
Tetris is. I don't get
Tetris Effect is a VR game. So I'm the only one that really gives a fuck about it.
Okay.
But they're reimagining Tetris with all new music, and the music is going to actually go to the beat of you spinning the blocks in Tetris. I'm looking forward to it. It looks amazing. It looks like
I'll stick with the
You're not a fan of VR. Yeah, you're not. Yeah, I'm good. But yeah, that was it for PlayStation.
Okay, well, I'm hoping this pays off. Nintendo.
Oh boy!
I just got into a fight. I literally just ended a Facebook fight with some Smash Brothers people because the Smash Brothers people
they've lost their fucking minds.
They lost their minds, and I love them for it. I love that they have their joy. And somebody that's not me, so I want to point this out, posted, like, I guess there's a King Jong-un Donald Trump meme that's going around. And the point of it, it's like, it's been used a lot of different ways, but the point of it was to, like, show that real fighting game players don't really respect Smash Bros, which is true. But that don't mean y'all don't have to like y'all game. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I don't like y'all game. And I hope y'all really enjoy y'all game. And I'll leave it at that because I want to be positive.
Stop doing that.
I thought, like, you're lying.
Don't be an asshole.
No, I want them to enjoy their game. I love that the fighting game community is the thing.
I want to throw eggs at you while you do it, but go for it.
No, it's like so Tekken. So Street Fighter is like, I don't know, Kendrick Lamar, and Tekken is like Mad Villain, and then Smash Bros is like Gucci Gang, 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 Gucci. I don't know what comes after that.
I think it's more Gucci Gang actually. So I'm actually
shit to bed. Nintendo shit to bed. I'm sorry.
So that didn't pay off. I was thinking that you guys are gonna be excited about the Smash Brothers game.
No, Nintendo shit the fucking bed. They had the worst press conference of the whole thing.
Which is rare for them. They usually come out balling. But I mean, the Switch is such a hit. They probably just was like, "Hey, we mailed this in."
But that's the problem. They have all these games that they could announce. Like why didn't you announce a real Pokemon game? Why didn't you announce, I don't know, maybe the Switch version of Metroid that was at the game at the show last year that's not at the show this year?
You got to keep in mind Nintendo plays by their own rules. They still consider themselves a toy company. They're still owned by the same like family and shit. Well, I don't know if that's true, but like it feels like it.
But how about you talk about the online pass that you're making mandatory like next month?
Ooh, that's not good luck.
Right.
That's why they didn't bring it up, nigga. Cause, no, I don't want to talk about that. Shush.
It's not a good look for Nintendo. But I mean, overall, man, this was a really good E3.
I agree.
I thought it was really good.
I've watched E3 shit previously because Aaron forced me, but this year, like, there were a couple of games, and I know that, like, I'm always kind of cautious about game trailers because game trailers are meant to make games look good. That's the point.
Yeah.
And so, but this year there was like, I mean, outside of Division 2, just because I've been super excited and was like crossing my fingers hoping that one come out. But like,
Division 2 on the Game Pass. That dropped too.
They dropped the regular Division that's on Game Pass now, and then
Division 2.
Yeah, and then Division 2 comes out like March of 2019. So this was one of the E3s with watching a lot of the stuff that came out. I was like, okay, I would need to see some some gameplay though, because I've been fooled with many a button mashers, and I am not into button mashing games at all. So we'll see. I'm excited.
That's how I beat Feek and Tekken.
That never happened.
I believe
never.
you, Rock.
It was great.
I
Never.
believe that
You nor Polo.
Feek blew a 3-1 lead. I believe it.
I have.
There's no such thing as a 3-1 lead in Tekken. Tekken
Shut
has
up,
3 rounds.
Feek. God.
I have won a couple matches. I
No, you didn't. You didn't win any matches either.
I too have beat Feek in a few matches.
You won a
of
round.
Tekken.
No, I've won rounds. I haven't won matches.
I've won a
I
few
will
matches against Feek myself personally. I didn't want to tell anybody because I didn't want to flex. But Feek has never beat me in a game of Tekken, so there's that. So this is what I want you guys to do. Now that you guys, Rock, you're exempt from this assignment.
Thank you.
You guys kind of have an idea of the games that I like to play. I want you guys to give me, I want to say 5, but I think I should limit myself to 3. 3 essential games that I should play over the summer to prepare myself for whatever is about to come out within the next, I don't know, 6 to 8 months, 6 to 9 months.
Double point. Here you go. Wait. Double points if they're on Game Pass already.
I don't have Game Pass. I'm not paying $10 a month for 360 games.
It's not just 360 games.
Nah, not what I saw. But go on, I'm listening.
Well, I mean, State of Decay 2 is on there.
I mean, I know that, but State of Decay.
Can I give my answer, please? Aaron,
I mean, you guys need to collaborate.
Shit.
You guys need to kind of collaborate on it a little bit because I said 3, not 3 each, just 3.
Oh.
I mean,
Hitman.
Hitman. You need to play Hitman.
Okay.
You would Hitman.
Like, you can play all them shits. Like, Blood Money.
No. I think the last Hitman will be good enough. That's a good one because it has all those maps.
See, here's the thing, though. The last one isn't a normal game. I would say
that's the way Hitman is going from now on.
Is it? I thought the next one was going to go back to like being a normal game.
I mean, that is a normal game. That's what Hitman is now.
I mean, I didn't get far into it, but the one before that is much more normal. It's much more conventional.
I'm trying to open up my notes app.
Put it this way, the new one is the way they're going, then it's probably the way you should play.
Okay, Hitman. I'm putting this in my notes app. And okay, Hitman, what else?
Both agree Tekken, because Aaron's really bad at Tekken. So just imagine being able to slap him.
First of all, not bad at Tekken.
You were fucking awful.
Oh
Aaron.
my God. So, not doing Tekken. Next one. I'm not into fighting games. It's button mashing. I don't like that.
If you play Aaron, it's button mashing.
It's okay. So anything else? I feel like I should play Gears of War 4 or whatever Gears of War y'all was talking about.
If you play Gears of War 4, I will play through the campaign with you. Okay. I like that game that much.
What you said about Destiny, nigga?
I played until it started getting shitty.
I'm talking about the first Destiny when I first got the game. You know, Aaron was supposed to be my Obi-Wan, and he again abandoned me. And CY was so gracious as to pick me up and nurture me.
You know, is Gears multi? Can I also play through the campaign with you?
I think it's 4-player. Yeah.
Okay, I might, because that'll cost what, $10 at this point?
It's somewhere. Right? It's not that much.
Yeah,
Okay.
I might try to jump in and that dust off the old Xbox before Madden comes out.
Okay,
We'll see.
one more.
Tekken Tag Tournament 2.
No.
Go back at game.
Oh, Nier is coming to Xbox One. That might be a good one for you. You might actually enjoy it.
What is it?
I don't think so.
You don't think she'll enjoy it?
This is no shade to Raven. Raven has not talked about a game story the entire time she's been playing games.
I do like the game story. That's part of the reason why I kept on with the Division. Like, I like the idea of securing New York City during the pandemic and shooting people in the face for it. It's great.
I mean, so I get that to an extent. Near. So I don't know. I thought Near's combat was near to look at and like be immersed in is really bland.
Oh no,
and it's very anime like.
No, thank you.
I just don't think it's really your style of game.
I want something that's gonna be fun, but I don't want it to be like Life is Strange. Like I need to be doing something.
I would suggest one of the Far Cries.
Yeah,
You know, y'all suggested Far
Cry.
Cry 3 to me, and I did not like Far Cry 3. I did not like that one.
Which one was 3?
That was the one where he was on the deserted island.
Yeah, that was
Literally like the first 4 games.
No, that's Voss. That's Voss. Villain Voss.
That was 4. No, that was 3. You didn't like 3?
4 was Pagan Men.
Okay. Yeah, so you're right. It was 3.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't like 3. I would have thought you'd have liked 3.
It was too
Yeah,
much pick
right.
shit up and put shit together. I don't got time for that. Where's the people?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm looking at it right now. It's a lot of games on Game Pass that are not 360 games that y'all should probably check out.
Aaron.
I'm just saying.
How you feel about puzzle games?
Like Overcooked. You might like Overcooked. Overcooked is fun.
One of my favorite all-time games is Limbo.
Oh my God, Limbo was amazing.
It's kind of an artsy game, so it's not it's not Division.
Mm-hmm.
It's a black and white side scroller with no dialogue that'll take you maybe
What was
10
the
hours.
peak that they made? That Inside.
Inside. I like Limbo better.
Inside was fucked up, dog.
Inside was a little too
It was a lot.
challenging.
Okay. So we have Hitman, Gears of War, and then I guess Limbo.
Limbo.
Yeah, Limbo.
I would rock with Limbo.
Okay. I will play those and I will keep you guys updated on the next rune with how that's going. Somebody remind me that I said this because I did this kind of on the fly and I tend to forget things. So
Also-
All right, now time for Rock's list.
Wait. Also, just on a side note, you might want to think about Metal Gear. So I think it's free this month.
okay.
Metal Gear's got a lot of talking, bro.
But Metal Gear 5, if she just starts from Metal Gear 5,
Okay.
it actually has a lot of talking, but it also has a lot of like pauses where it's just action.
I hope so. I'm gonna try it because oh my god, the first game is like 7 movies.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Metal Gear 5 you would like it, Feek.
Okay.
Ugh.
So Hitman, Gears of War 4, Limbo, and Metal Gear 5 all are on the list. And I'm going to start with Hitman because that sounds like the most fun.
Metal Gear Solid 5 is free right now if you have games with gold.
Okay.
So you can download that like today.
Okay. So that's exciting. Rock, would you like an assignment?
Yeah, why not?
Sonic All Stars Racing is out.
I plays you, nigga.
Hey,
He gave you a Sonic game.
I mean, no, literally, it's on Xbox Live right now. It's free.
And
I was,
it's free.
I was serious.
thanks. I know. Actually, real talk, y'all. While y'all bullshitting, I'm on that Tetris. I'm like, ooh,
Did you see how that Tetris looks?
it looks great, dog. It looks like it looks all serene. I'm like, I need that.
I refuse to let y'all sit and
actually
be
really
excited
good
about
for you.
Tetris in front of me. So, guys, we really appreciate you for listening. That is the end of another awesome rune. We hope that you guys appreciated this show because it's actually.
I beat Feek in Dead or Alive.
I'll let you have it.
We really appreciate you guys for listening. We hope that you guys like this extra long episode, but there was a lot to get into. Like Aaron said,
Yep.
it was a pretty good E3 this year.
Indeed.
Huh?
I said indeed.
Oh, okay.
Co-signing what you said.
Oh no, I can't. I'm sorry, I have one earphone off. If you guys would like to get in contact with the show, you can tweet us at Black Astronaut 1. Send us an email at blackastonautspodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to go to tpublic.com/user/blackastronauts1 to get yourself some merch. Don't forget about the Facebook group, Black Astronauts Podcast Network. Like the page, but also add yourself to the group. Also, don't forget about our Patreon, www.patreon.com/blackastronauts. And if you would like to find me, you can find me all over the internet at This Zeta's a Jerk. Feek.
At Feek Blurman, FIQ_BLER on Twitter, the website.
Okay. Rock.
Ronald McNeil on Facebook. Let's blast off.
And Aaron.
Ashy3 Classy on Twitter and Black Astronaut 1 as well.
You done messed up, AA Ron.
Yeah, messed up.
That's
Shout
not-
out to Rock for staying up this whole time, real
Yeah, I
quick.
know, right?
I know Rock is
Shout out to
been
Rock.
fighting for us.
Okay. And
Original
until
Joe.
next,
I'm in it to win it, y'all.
and until next time, guys. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.